Yeah. New class.
Come on.
Old
It's
school.
for the old school.
Look. And how we
Green
living
ass
out there.
Twitter.
I got a plan sorta. All I need is one mic and a camcorder. You might have heard of luck. If you never did, you should turn this up.
Let go.
And take a good listen to the street knowledge that the hood missing. I got a plan sorta. All I need is one mic and a camcorder.
Hi, welcome to another episode of the Student African American Brotherhood podcast series, Men in 10, where we talk about issues that affect African American and Latino men. We can talk about the award-winning episodes that we've been conducting for the last few weeks. But before I get started with that, I want to introduce to you all the group, the brothers, as well as the advisors. So if we could, one by one, share a little bit of who you are so you can understand a little bit more about what the foundation behind SAAB is.
Absolutely. My name is Sheldon Coleman. I am a SAAB advisor. I'm in my 6th year now as a SAAB advisor, and I am the Associate Director of Facilities for the Student Activity Center and Stony Brook alum.
Hi, I'm Deron Newman. I have been a SAAB advisor for about 4 to 5 years now. I'm an assistant director at the campus rec building, and it's been a pleasure advising these guys.
And my name is Randy Ferguson. I'm an alum of SAAB, but now I'm as an advisor, and I'm a graduate student. I work with Jarvis in the Office of Multicultural Affairs, and I am a graduate student for the Higher Education Administration program.
All right. Thank you, fellas. I just want to say it's been a pleasure working with you all this semester. Some of you are graduating, some of you are going on to bigger, better things. But we wanted to take today to kind of reflect on what happened this semester and what type of impact that you all have made with people on campus. We have some people in the audience that have been helpful with us. We have, like I said, we have our advisors. But I want to ask you all as a group and individually, what is it that you think is special about what you all do, and how much of an impact do you think you all have made on this campus and far beyond that? Anybody can start.
I'll take the first question.
Okay.
So, strictly speaking, I feel like the impact that we have is, it's hard to describe because it's truly unique.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to really understand how much of an impact our individual voices can have, and just sharing our story, talking about what we've done, as well as our experience on campus, people that we know, just building our network among each other can help to inspire other students. And that's the biggest impact we've done. Individually coming together in this group and being able to do things like this podcast, we've been able to inspire others to come behind us and want to strive to have the same experiences that we've had, and that by doing so, it's like a perpetuation of a greater collegiate experience.
Yeah.
And so I feel like just being better individuals and then helping our brothers as they come behind us, it's just transitioning upwards to improve the overall experience for men of color on our campus specifically.
Excellent. Anybody else want to share?
So
That's great.
So for me personally, I agree with Christian, but what I really love about SAAB is just that I feel we give a voice to the men of color. And that's something that is pretty rare, throughout campuses and just in the college and the professional realm in general. So for me, that's kind of the reason why I joined this organization, and I just continue to serve my community with this organization. So.
Okay. Everybody? Okay.
Yeah, I think the big thing was we kind of got tight with each other.
Yeah.
We every Friday we came here recording, and we sat down with each other every Friday for the last 2 months, and we've been really getting to know each other better. So we not only inspired others outside of SAAB, but we really inspired each other. I think we learned a lot more about each other going into before this podcast, but now that we reflect on it, at the end of it, it's I know a lot more about these guys than I thought I did at the beginning. So I think it was great for us, really to get together as brothers, learn about each other more. Although, like you said before, some of us are graduating, going on to bigger and better things. But I know that these are my brothers for life. So I know that anytime I need something, and I can definitely come and talk to them about anything, whether it be going to chop it up with a haircut, or just having some playing over 2K, whatever it may be. I know that anytime something goes down, I can depend on somebody. So I think that's what's really great about what we're doing here. We're formation. We're showing that brotherhood is very important, and having people around you supporting you was really the most important as well.
That's right.
Yeah, and to kind of add on to that, it's like, yeah, we get so much closer, and you know, that kind of like was like a personal impact among each other, because now that we were close, we were able to be more firm with each other and more closer, and we were able to push each other to do certain things that we may not have had, like let's say the confidence or feel like we had the backing to do otherwise, especially as men of color.
Advisors, do you have any questions that you might want to ask?
Yeah, sure. It's good, y'all. So, so I remember when you guys started filming and creating this. I know that we had a conversation, especially with UMX and Christian, about creating this Breakfast Club type / Ebro in the morning kind of feel to the podcast. And now watching the podcast, it has a different format. So what inspired you guys to go different and then the original plan?
So for me personally, I felt like the podcast kind of took like an organic role, and we all kind of developed our own personal styles. Of course, Hot 97, Ebro, and everybody just have their own kind of ways or their own execution, but we have ours. So I think that was the best part about it. Yeah.
I think, you know, we found inspiration in things we were initially exposed to, which is a completely normal thing that kind of happens. But I think as things start moving on and becoming more real, you kind of want to have your own, like our own genuine, original setup. Something that could be like, all right, this embodies Men in 10, not, oh, this is like this or oh, this is like that. It's like, no, this is Men in 10.
Yeah. Okay. And I definitely think a big part of that was, I guess, the creative genius of our own Deanie Zimmerman. Literally, she helped us with everything, and I feel like we came into a confidence because of her background, her experience, and then her eye for the camera. And so she helped us with the set, and it looks lovely now, and it became the show that it is today.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that we just wanted to share our experiences, man. Like, we didn't think, me personally, I didn't think it was going to get to the magnitude that it got to. I just thought we was going to be here just talking about the stuff that we go through as black men on a daily basis. You know, Ebro and Hot 97 and 105.1, they do their own thing where they talk about stuff that goes on in the world. They really don't talk about exactly like what they go through every single day. So we decided to like take a different take on it. We decided just to talk about our life, our experience, and I think the biggest thing, we really help people grow at the end of the semester, man. Because I said, and for me personally, like sharing my experience with other people helped me grow. Because I didn't think I was going to be able to sit in front of a camera and talk about the stuff that I've been through. But for me to be, like I said, talk about being comfortable around a group of people that I feel like no matter what I'm going through, I feel supported. It was like really great. So I think that's where the twist really came in everything.
Okay, so we want to kind of get to some more questions. So Deron, do you have a question that you have for us?
Yeah, we talked about growth and experiences, right? And that's just so much. And in life, we go through so many challenges and experiences that sort of shape who we are. So my question is, how has this process impacted you guys as student leaders? And mainly, how's it influenced you guys as Black and Latino student leaders on this campus?
I think for me, it was more of looking at it like a transformative experience for everyone. Like, I wasn't thinking of it in the context of myself and my personal growth. Like, I remember speaking at the outset of the semester, you know, we have the, where we meet and, you know, plan out what everything that's going on with the EO team, what we want to accomplish. And I remember William talking about how he wanted to sort of come out of his shell and talk more. And from the outside looking in, you know, that's not William. Like, he's a very like boisterous and excited person. But the fact that he felt comfortable enough to share that, I think the podcast has given him a vehicle, and it catalyzed that process for him. So I was very happy that I could be a part of that process. And then seeing everyone else's personal growth, being able to talk about personal effects that are going on in their life and how it's changed. And then with regard to student leadership, it's made me more cognizant and aware of the issues that are going on in society and the impact that I can have as one man and one voice to be able to talk about and discuss those issues. And I think one thing that scares me, but in a good way, is how far-reaching this is. Every time you talk to us and tell us how visible this is and how many people have seen it and interacted with it and whose hands it's in, you know, it amazes me that we're just one collection and group of brothers at this university here, and we're able to connect with people potentially across the globe. And it's not like we're talking about these extraneous, complicated topics. We're just being ourselves.
Yeah. Sheldon, do you have a final question?
We do have one final question. So moving forward, How do you think partnerships and podcasts like these will affect future Black and Latino male students in the campus community as a whole?
Personally, I think it gives us the avenue of saying that we're not perfect. You know, we go, you know, sometimes people put us as student leaders on this pedestal, that we don't go through certain things because, you know, we're in the limelight, as you say. But I think what this shows is that we go through the same stuff, just as you do. And I feel like it allows them to come and talk to us about what they're going through. You know, we can share our experiences, you know, we can help them grow, and then hopefully they can be sitting in our position this time come next year, you know, sharing their experience with other people. And I think that's the one thing that we want to do, is allow people to continue to develop. Like, we want to reach one, teach one at the end of the day.
Yeah. And I would say, like, you know, one thing is, like, yeah, like you said, we're not perfect. We all have, you know, our own things that we struggle with. We all deal with life. But even in our imperfect state, you know, we're not alone. That's kind of like, this is something, like, yeah, you're not alone in your own personal journey.
That's the definition of like the brotherhood.
Yeah.
In a sense, just to kind of grow together and just succeed.
Okay.
So.
All right, you're getting a signal to wrap this up, but hopefully we can extend this conversation a little bit later. But I just want to thank you all for listening and watching and experiencing this great, I guess, mind-changing, soul-changing experience with these young men here. And we want to invite you for next semester to have more conversations with us. So thank you very much, and we'll see you in a few months or so. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All I need is one mic and a camcorder.